Hey everyone, it's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So for today's video, guys, I actually really freaking love how this build ended up turning out. So this is the new weekly build challenge for you guys. So in case this is the first time you have seen any of these build challenge videos and you have no idea what they are, this is a challenge that I do once a week over on Twitch, but I always invite you guys over there because there's actually a lot of you that aren't a part of Twitch, but you still really enjoy furnishing these homes for the tour. So what I do is over on Twitch, we build the shell of the home. So the inside has no layout, no furnishing whatsoever, and the outside of this home is pretty bare. I just try to get like a style for the home for you guys to kind of go in and base your ideas on. So every single week, I also try to switch up the theme of the home. Like the first one that we did was a tropical, beachy kind of home that was surrounded by water. There was all kinds of like tropical plants. Last week, we did have more of like a traditional suburban home. Now this week is definitely more of a springtime themed bungalow. So I was definitely inspired by springtime, and I did have the game set to summer because I really wanted to have all of the plants and flowers really just be like super bright, super colorful. And I actually built this over in Oasis Springs. So I always build on a 20 by 30 lot. So if you guys do furnish this and put it into your game, oh yeah, we were having a little bit of trouble deciding which siding that we wanted to do. So when you do place this, the only thing that you do have to do is actually make sure it's on a 20 by 30 lot. Once in a while, we do have some that put it on a larger lot, and fortunately they design like the whole entire exterior, and then we're not able to actually see it because when we place it, it deletes out like all of that work. So just make sure that you do that. The other thing also is this is completely base game, the shell of it, not the furnish, because the last couple of times that we have did them, we did have a couple users that actually did not join the challenge because they either didn't have like Strangerville for the windows or they didn't have Get Famous for the brick. So I really want to make sure that the home shells are completely base game, and that way when you put them into your game, you can furnish them and just kind of make them look as pretty as you want with what packs that you do have in your game. So this is completely base game. As I did start furnishing it, of course, we went all in with all of the packs. Now the funny thing about this, you guys, I actually tried to do something with this build that I have never done before. So when I first started doing this, we were basing this off of a real life, not a real life home, but it was one of those real life home plans from like a building website. So I was trying to keep it as realistic to that as we could, but the more that I got building, it just didn't really look right in The Sims. So I ended up making that little bay window off of the side just because I really like adding those in. I feel like when you're on the exterior of the home, they just like look super pretty. And I did find that where the roofing is over to the left, like on the front of the home, it was a little bit too big. I did try to put one of those fake upstairs kind of like looking areas. So you'll see what happened. I'll kind of tell you what happened on stream when I tried to do that. So one thing that was so funny is I usually don't try to do like too much new stuff on stream in case that I can't get the hang of it. And if you guys are subscribed or are you aware of Rosa, which is Evelyn YT, you guys, she's like my best friend here on YouTube. And that girl freaking gets me through some stuff. She is always helping me out. I'm legit always having like issues. And she did this tutorial for, you guys might have seen the Skylight tutorial that I did when we first got Skylights, or yeah, the glass roofing. But she did a tutorial that was for the skylights that are actually like open. And I've never tried to do them. I should have watched her tutorial. But I didn't, and she was actually in chat, and I was like, wait, I'm gonna try to do that open skylight just to make it look a little bit springtime and fresh looking, because that was the theme that I really wanted to go for in this home. So I didn't want to remove any of the footage out, even though I kind of kept going back and forth, just because I kind of think it's a little bit funny for you guys to watch and see the struggle that I was having. She was in the chat and she's like, wait, I need to like call you. She was like yelling at me in chat. It was so funny, but I did end up getting it, and it's actually really easy. I will try to remember to link Evelyn's video for the tutorial. So what you need to do is use the half roof. It's the third roof section in your settings there at the bottom. And then you need to make sure that you have that on the next level up. So what I had to do to get the level was make a fake room that I did go back in and delete it out, but I just needed a place to put that roof that was 1 tile by 1 tile. So it made it really short, and then made the glass roof on it. And then what you have to do is click on the roof, take the arrow, pull the arrow all the way down, and that's going to push the roof really wonky. Like, it would look really strange if you were doing that just on a regular roof. But when you have this for glass, and then you have your little round balls that you can click on, I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, definitely recommend watching her tutorial on it. But when you click on the little balls where you can manipulate the angle of the roof, and it just kind of like pushes it out. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to put any beams in there. I kind of wanted to, so it looked like it was holding it up on stilts. But you guys, look at how freaking adorable that is. So yeah, that is like probably my new favorite thing that you guys might even see me attempt to do in some upcoming videos. So like I said, I will link that video down in the description. It is super easy, even though it looks complicated. Once you get the hang of it, honestly, it's like a 1, 2, 3 kind of a step. So I wanted to definitely make that window look like it belonged with the rest of the home. So I just tried to float up the window boxes. So of course you guys will need your move objects on once you actually place this on. So when I first started doing the exterior, you guys, it is going to look a little bit bare until the video clips over, because this is where I kind of like take over and do my own furnish. So I always enjoy doing them. Next week we are, I think, going to be doing something Malibu inspired, because that is a home style that I never tend to do on my channel. So that's kind of the whole goal of this weekly build challenge, is to really challenge yourself to build. So we have so many builders over in the Discord community that I have, as well as over on Twitch. So many of you guys here really enjoy building, and it's just kind of one of those really fun ways to make yourself get out of your comfort zone, especially me. And really, when you do a different style of homes, it really just makes you use like different items and packs that maybe your eyes just glaze over them. And then when we do the tours, oh my gosh, you guys, I also have a channel in Discord. I know that I'm talking about a lot of other places that I like post stuff, but this is just kind of what I do. I'm like all over the place. And if you guys want to stick to only a YouTube here, that is completely fine. That is why I have been recording these and posting them here, just so that you guys don't feel like your head's spinning and you have to follow me everywhere, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. So yeah, next week we are going to be doing a Hollywood kind of theme, and I'm so excited for it, just because when we do the tours, you guys, like I was saying, I do have a channel over in Discord where, as we do the home tours, I always take a picture of every single home that we toured, and then I post them over in there, just in case anybody does miss out on the tours, because they can kind of take like a little bit of time to get through. One of the genius things that I seen when we did our tour yesterday, now keep in mind, sometimes we do tours for like 4.5 hours, so it's definitely one of those things that we just hang out and chill. It's definitely more laid back over on streams, and we just like go through. We have like certain items that you need to place somewhere in the home. We also have emotes that are waiting to be approved for like the ducky, because that is probably one of my favorite little knickknack items to put somewhere in the home. So that is kind of like the staple item of these builds, and you guys will see if you look over in that channel page all of the funny ducky things that some people did. They kind of make like little families in the pool with like the mother duck, and then they shrink down the other ones to like a tiny duck. But you guys, when we do the tours, there are so many genius builders of you guys that actually join. I am so blown away that you guys really motivate me and my builds when we go through them. So there was this one build where my jaw literally, like I had to pick up my jaw off the floor because I have never seen it. Now, I don't really watch a lot of Sims videos. I know a lot of people ask like my favorite Simmers, but to be completely honest, I spend a lot of my free time like working on my videos. We stream over on Twitch, and then of course like I have real life stuff and an actual job. So I don't really get that much time to watch videos. So sometimes I miss out on like all of the genius things that other Sims builders are up to. So when we do the tours, I'm like, wait, what the heck? How did you figure out how to do that? So one of them was a bunk bed. Now the funny thing is I did put a bunk bed in this home because I didn't want to make the bathroom too small. So that is one thing I have been talking about, is really trying to focus on my bathrooms, because you guys know, if you have been here for a while, generally my bathrooms are 2x3, and usually there's not too much going on in them. So I have been trying to really like pick up my game with bathrooms, even though it's like the weirdest thing to like really work on and be motivated in. So I wanted to make sure that this home had a nice large bathroom, but I also wanted to have like children in this home. So the bedroom, we didn't really have too much space. I mean, if you had another child, a toddler, or even if you needed another like twin size bed, I think you definitely have room to add in another one that you guys will see. But I did kind of make my own bunk bed that you guys have seen me do a million times. But when we were actually doing the tours of the last week, you guys, somebody did a bunk bed that was kind of similar to like how I do it. I mean, that's really the only way. You raise up the other bed. But what they did was add in one of the pool ladders on the bunk bed to make it look like a functional bunk bed. So it is so freaking cool. Now, a lot of people ask if the bunk beds are functional or if you're going to be able to use them, and they are. So I have left some of the gameplay and some of my older videos to show how the bunk beds work. So if you have your sim on the bottom bed, sometimes you might have to like alt the bed like either further out by like a millimeter, by a hairline. And then if you click on a sim to go sleep on the top bunk, they just kind of like levitate and jump up, and then they go to bed. So it's kind of one of those cool little tricks that you can use to take better advantage of like all the space. So I really wanted to add in a bunch of like pet stuff in this home, but you guys, it is so teeny tiny in here. I didn't even have room for a cat hotel or whatever they are called. And I was like, oh my God, where are we gonna put a living room? I never even thought of it because I was having so much fun doing like the exterior. And when we started doing the kitchen, I just really love the gallery style kitchen. So it's a little bit smaller than what I am used to, but I used to do these really small builds all the time. So just kind of got to get used to doing them again and making the most use of my space. I probably could have made the bathroom a little bit smaller and had a little bit more room in the kitchen, but it's fine. I also wanted to add in a little bit of like the debug menu items. So because this home is so small, I didn't really want to add too many items to the point that it wasn't going to be a functioning home that you can have like your Sims move in and be ready. So just kind of adding a little bit of the realistic, like we had the placemats on the table, a coffee cup, and a to-go cup, which are super freaking cute. I always love adding those. Same with the pop cans and the glasses of juice. Those are kind of right now my current favorite. So when I was adding in the clutter of the kitchen, we didn't really have that much extra counter space, so I really had to make sure that we left some of it bare so that we could actually like have your sim move in and like prepare food, because there's nothing worse than completely cluttering up your kitchen and then not being able to like cook a meal. So that bunny gnome was one of the items that was required to go in the home. We also did have, what was the other thing? We also had the rubber duck. And then, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what the other thing is. I'll probably recognize it once we see it in one of the rooms. My eyes are like darting all over the place now. Yeah, the duck is in the bathroom. So I did pull in the same kitchen counters that were out in the kitchen into the bathroom. And I did feel like they were a little bit too industrial with like the decor that was in the shelf. So what I ended up doing was just kind of taking a lot of the bathroom decor and filling it up inside the shelves. And where the pot is, I was like, wait, that is ridiculous. So we put a bucket with the detergent, the cleaner, and the towel, and it definitely looks like a bathroom shelf in there now. So I also have a door to go into the children's room. So over in the children's room, I really wanted to make it a functional bedroom that had a lot of stuff for activities that your kids had, like laptop, computer. We also have the activity table, a dollhouse, and I'm trying to think, do we have a bookshelf? I think we have a couple of school projects. Yeah, so as you can see how I raised up that other bunk bed, what they did was add in the pool ladder like towards the end of the bed. Like how freaking genius is that? I have pictures of it over in Discord. So I was like completely blown away, and those are like always my favorite beds to use as well. I love the color swatches and that little laptop. So I don't know if you guys did see my update video of the Sims live stream. We are actually going to be getting a new chroma key laptop, which I am super excited about. It is going to be base game. So if you guys aren't aware of it, but you do know that Strangerville came with the laptops and you're kind of feeling a little bit left out, maybe you don't have that pack, because it's a really specific pack. Like I know a lot of people, if you're a builder, a lot didn't actually get the pack because there really wasn't much in it other than the to die for doors and windows. But gameplay is definitely one of those things that you only do once. So a lot of people did get it for like the windows, the doors, and the laptops, but laptops are going to be coming out on Tuesday. I think it's the 16th or 18th. I think the 16th. But laptops are going to be coming to a base game, and they are going to be having the chroma key keyboard. So if you're not really too sure what that is, but if you guys are aware of the Razer keyboards that are like illuminated where the keys change colors from like blue to green, yellow, pink, red, all of that. So that is going to be coming in game, you guys. I cannot wait to like flood out my builds with all of the new stuff. We're getting like new shelves. The base game shelf is going to be recolored to white. And we also are going to be getting like a new desk, new side table, new wall shelf, and a bunch of new clutter. So super freaking excited for that. I mean, anytime we get released new content, the internet just screams. I'm like, yes, new build items. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. There is still a little bit longer left to do, but just kind of getting back into the build. As you guys can see, the adult's bedroom in here definitely has a lot of space. So I wanted to make sure that there was like a little seating area and a nice area for like the bedroom. I wanted to use like some of those nice earth toned color swatches. I do go back in, change up the colors a little bit because I did find it was a little bit too weird looking. I don't know if it was the lanterns that I added over top of the headboard, but it just kind of made everything a little bit yellow. So I think I went back in and changed them white just to like brighten it up a little bit. But if you guys are interested in furnishing this, the deadline to submit is going to be Thursday before we start stream. So Thursday, the 18th, we are going to be doing live tours. You guys will be able to find this in my gallery or use the hashtag KMXOBuild3. So this is no money limitations. You can use whatever pack that you have, just no custom content. And then when you re-upload it into the gallery, just make sure that you use the same hashtag KMXOBuild3 because that is kind of how we go back in to build it. So all of the rules are in the description on the gallery. So you do just need to make sure that you have all 3 items placed somewhere in the home where we can find it. And there's also a little hidden basement, which I'm kind of mad at myself because I ended up recording this whole entire video and remembered that I did not furnish the basement. So I am going to be going back in and furnishing that. So if you guys want to see what I do with it, I will post pictures in Discord, but I also will be doing a tour of this on Thursday as well. So make sure that you guys do give today's video a very big thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. And hopefully I'm going to see you all next time. Bye guys!